Now we move on to the men's quad. So what I'm going to ask here, does anyone think that the Dutch won't... will any of you pick a different crew from the Dutch to be your gold medal boat?
No. I'm picking the Dutch as my gold medal crew here.
I think after the Italians won in the Euros, I was thinking, wow, this field's gone open again. And then the Dutch kind of did some pace work, came back to World Cup 2, didn't they? And Bosch right out in front.
I'd heard from the Dutch camp that the men that quad had just trained the whole way through at Lucerne, and that they were really sort of high load, not, they'd not tapered at all, and so it just come straight into it, feeling pretty tired, and they could still pull out a performance where they got the silver. So, oh no, sorry, it was the Europeans, wasn't it? Not World Cup 2.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of great quads. The Italians, I think I would, I'm going to pick them for my silver medal, I think. But to be quite honest, you're looking at Estonia, who've had a fantastic racing season. They won the Olympic qualifiers just. Then you've got the Russian men's quad that led the Estonians all the way down in the final Olympic qualifier just to be rode through on the line. The British, they were quite close in Lucerne, weren't they?
Had
a better.
They were quite excited about their speed, actually. I had a quick chat to them whilst I was in Lucerne from a distance.
Distance.
And they were quite pleased with the way that they rode at Lucerne. So, they've got a long training camp now. Obviously, Varese, followed by Regatta, followed by home, followed by Tokyo. So a few more miles in the tank. Who knows?
Go on, Adam.
No, I liked how the Estonians, raced to get. It was a really tight field in Zagreb in Croatia, and they came out in front. After a really tight field of Germany, Poland, USA, and then the way they raced in the qualifier, I think the Estonians will definitely be in the mix, and they definitely have the sculling pedigree.
Yeah. What about the Australians? They've got quite a settled sculling squad. I thought that the double that went for the qualifier, did the double they were taken out of the quad to go into the double for qualifiers. Haven't quite made the quad. But you'd think that boat's going to be a fast crew from Australia. They always have a habit of meddling in the quad at the Olympics, the Australians.
Yeah, they did pretty well at Linz, didn't they? I mean, to just be off the podium, again, a bit of an unknown quantity, really. If I comment on this to say that they get a medal, it would be completely pulled out of nowhere, because there's nothing, there's no form, right? We can only base what we know off the crews that we've seen. But yeah, I mean, I can't expect that they wouldn't be coming with a lot of gusto to make the A final. I just don't know whether lack of racing experience is going to mean that the rest of the crews have sort of shipped on from Europe.
Do we need to say anything about the Poles?
They're a great sculling nation. They've performed historically in the quad, and so they have the legacy of the quad.
They do,
and that's been one of their big boats. So, culturally speaking, there'll be knowledge passed down from generation to generation that will be embodied in that. So, I think they'll be in the mix too. The quad, it's notoriously a tight event as well.
But Marco thinks the Poles are going to medal. I think he said that, Marco.
I mean, they were just off the pace at the Europeans. They were fourth, right? Behind the Estonians. Yeah, possibly, Marco. You could be right.
Let's go for our gold, silver, bronze then in the quads. I will go for the Netherlands, Italy, and Estonia for my gold, silver, bronze.
The Europeans line up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Dutch for the gold, the Estonians for the silver, and the Aussies for the bronze.
That's a great shout, Adam.
Yeah.
I love that colonial shout in there.
Yeah, I've got to keep the colonialists in.
Yeah,
keep the Commonwealth.
Yeah,
Commonwealth is sticking together.
I feel you're going to go for something different, Camilla.
Only slightly different, and I'm going to do what I said I was probably just not going to do, in that I'm going to pick the Aussies for the bronze, where I've got nothing to base that on whatsoever. But I'm going to go Dutch for gold, Italians for silver, and the Aussies to creep into a bronze.
Right, and just to let people know that Marco picks Italy, Poland, and the Netherlands in that order. That's a very brave pick, Marco.